Hey guys, back again with my second Mrs. Lord & Co. review. This time we are looking at Navy Cut. Okay, if you haven't seen my Mrs. Lord & Co. Ginger Nut review, then do have a look at that. So again, glass bottle, 15 millilitres, it's £8 and about £3 I think for postage, which isn't really that much for a 15ml bottle. It's kind of standard. Nice Victorian or Edwardian, haven't decided yet. Script along the label. You do get all the warning information, safety triangle, and a lot of info here, so I can only make this out looking backwards, but it's about 50-50 PGVG, about 30% flavouring, so quite strong on the flavourings. And yeah, as with all Mrs. Lord's liquids, it does come with a glass dripper, which also is a pipette. Now, do be careful when you're dripping, because as you can see, the drops are pretty big. So yeah, when you are dripping with this, just reduce what you would normally use, so you don't flood your atomizer. So smelling this one is supposed to be a tobacco flavour, with I think hints of coconut, chocolate and raisins, which sounds kind of nice. When you smell this, you do really get all of that. Apart from the tobacco, there's no real tobacco smell to it. It smells very much of coconut. There is a kind of chocolatey smell to it and a kind of fruitiness. So actually, the smell is really nice for this liquid. And I've got it loaded up on my MVP2, and I've got it loaded in my Scar rebuildable dripper, 2.1 ohms, and I've got it set to, let's just check again, got it set to 9.5 watts. When you order from Mrs. Lord's at the moment, you will get a pad of Japanese cotton, which they also sell, and you get that kind of complimentary with your order, which is nice. So yeah, I've got some Japanese cotton loaded in here, and yeah, let's see what it vapes like. Having a flashing fit there. Okay, straight away you get the coconut, and actually I've had a few coconut liquids that have tasted really chemical. I've done a few reviews of them actually. Coconut is one of those flavours like chocolate, that I have found it really hard to find a good one that tastes like what it's meant to be and not just of chemicals. This is very good in that respect because the coconut does taste of coconut. There is a definite kind of chocolatey hint there, and again that tastes like chocolate. It doesn't taste chemical, which is very nice. I don't really get the fruitiness like the raisin come through in the taste. Definitely there's something there in the smell, but the coconut and the chocolate definitely in that taste. I guess there's kind of a rum undertone to it. It certainly doesn't taste as strongly of rum as it smells. The interesting thing is, although it doesn't smell of tobacco, probably the predominant taste in it is kind of a slight musty tobacco. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a kind of Turkish tobacco, so a bit like a desert ship, but not quite so, not spicy, but not spicy as in hot obviously, but doesn't have as much of a spice kind of flavour to it. But definitely the taste, the tobacco does come through on the taste. As ever, 50-50 VGPG and plenty of vapour. This is only a 6mg liquid, so not a huge throat hit. Definitely something there, but it's not that strong. The kind of coconut chocolate taste with that hint of rum in it is quite nice. It's quite a smooth flavour. For me personally, the most powerful taste is, oddly enough, is the tobacco, which is a bit of a kind of musty flavour for me. A little bit overpowering compared to the other flavours. This is a liquid that actually is not so bad. I don't dislike it. It's not an instant favourite, just because of that tobacco taste does. I don't know. It's not something I'm particularly fond of. There are some nice flavours there. Like I say, it's quite smooth. If you like your tobacco flavours with a bit of kind of the idea of having a tobacco flavour with a kind of coconutty, chocolatey alcohol flavour sounds good to you, then you'll probably like this a lot. A bit like the ginger nut, when I first tried this, it was quite different, and it wasn't necessarily for me, but I've kind of persevered with it, and trying it again today, I do like it a little bit more. So I think it's the kind of flavour that for me personally I'll probably grow to like a bit more as I use it. But just have another go with it. In fact, I might knock this up to about 10.5 watts. There is definitely something there from the coconut. As you push the wattage up, as you push your power up on your device, the tobacco comes through a lot more, and the other flavours die out a bit, which is a shame, because for me they're the nicest part of the flavour. It's not an instant favourite for me. But there you go, that's my opinion. Yours could of course be different, so yeah. So as ever, thanks for watching,